Varek Dolet. Chapter 4. And Moshe answered and said, But behold, they will not believe me, nor hearken unto my voice, for they will say, The Master has not appeared unto you. And YHWH said unto him, What is that in your hand? And he said, A rod. And he said, Cast it on the earth. And he cast it on the earth, and it became a serpent, and Moshe fled from before it. And YHWH said unto Moshe, Put forth your hand, and take it by the tail. And he put forth his hand, and laid hold of it, and it became a rod in his hand, that they may believe that YHWH, the Elohim of their fathers, the Elohim of Abraham, the Elohim of Yitzchak, and the Elohim of Yaakov, has appeared unto you. And YHWH said furthermore unto him, Put now your hand into your bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous, as white as snow. And he said, Put your hand back into your bosom. And he put his hand back into his bosom. And when he took it out of his bosom, behold, it was turned again as his other flesh. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe you, neither hearken to the voice of the first sign, that they will believe the voice of the latter sign. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe even these two signs, neither hearken unto your voice, that you shall take of the water of the river, and pour it upon the dry land. And the water which you take out of the river shall become blood upon the dry land. And Moshe said unto YHWH, O YHWH, I am not a man of words, neither heretofore, nor since you have spoken unto your servant, for I am slow of speech, and of a slow tongue. And YHWH said unto him, Who has made man's mouth, or who makes a man dumb, or deaf, or seeing, or blind? Is it not I, YHWH? Now therefore go, and I will be with your mouth, and teach you what you shall speak. And he said, O YHWH, send, I pray you, by the hand of him whom you will send. And the anger of YHWH was kindled against Moshe. And he said, Is there not Aharon your brother, the Levi? I know that he can speak well. And also, behold, he comes forth to meet you. And when he sees you, he will be glad in his heart. And you shall speak unto him, and put the words in his mouth. And I will be with your mouth, and with his mouth, and will teach you what you shall do. And he shall be your spokesman unto the people. And it shall come to pass that he shall be to you a mouth, and you shall be to him in Elohim's stead. And you shall take in your hand this rod, with which you shall do the signs. And Moshe went and returned to Yitro his father-in-law, and said unto him, Let me go, I pray you, and unto my brothers that are in Mitzrayim, and see whether they be yet alive. And Yitro said to Moshe, Go in peace. And YHWH said unto Moshe in Midian, Go, return into Mitzrayim, for all the men are dead that sought your life. And Moshe took his wife and his sons, and set them upon an ass, and he returned to the land of Mitzrayim. And Moshe took the rod of Elohim in his hand. And YHWH said unto Moshe, When you go back into Mitzrayim, see that you do before Pharaoh all the wonders which I have put in your hand. But I will harden his heart, and he will not let the people go. And you shall say unto Pharaoh, Thus says YHWH, Yisra'el is my son, my firstborn. And I have said unto you, Let my son go, that he may serve me. And you have refused to let him go. Behold, I will slay your son, your firstborn. And it came to pass on the way, at the lodging place, that YHWH met him and sought to kill him. Then Zipporah took a flint, and cut off the foreskin of her son, and cast it at his feet. And she said, Surely a bridegroom of blood are you to me. So he let him alone. Then she said, A bridegroom of blood, in regard of the circumcision. And YHWH said to Aharon, Go into the wilderness to meet Moshe. And he went, and met him in the mountain of Elohim, and kissed him. And Moshe told Aharon all the words of YHWH with which he had sent him, and all the signs with which he had charged him. And Moshe and Aharon went and gathered together all the elders of the children of Yisra'el. And Aharon spoke all the words which YHWH had spoken unto Moshe, and did the signs in the sight of the people. And the people believed. And when they heard that YHWH had remembered the children of Yisrael, and that he had seen their affliction, then they bowed their heads and worshipped.